What's going on, Chad? How you doing? Wednesday night, we're going back in, finishing up a little bit of Subnautica here, assuming it ever decides to load. There we go. The arms did a really creepy thing there. Didn't they just grope the shit out of our prawn suit? Don't grope my prawn suit, man. No means no. Moon pool. No means no. Wait, this is a professional. Good point, Tactra. Yeah, you're right. No, this definitely is not professional. It's not even, like, approaching professional. But, hey, the one thing we do have, we have a sweet bedroom aquarium. You know what? I'm gonna go take a little siesta here. I just want to relax in my glorious bedroom. Tell me this isn't a swank bachelor pad. We got the leaf thing going on the walls because there's nothing ladies love more than living things. You put it in here, you'd be like, hey, ladies, did you check out my wall of kudzu? And then just, bam, immediate panty dampener right there. A wall of kudzu vines? Nothing gets them wet like kudzu. Hey, you sexy voice, binging on my YouTube videos. Well, I mean, I appreciate the support, thank you very much, but I don't really feel like I have a very sexy voice. There's really nothing about me that's sexy at all. At all. Chicks like living things. You know, that's what I'm told. Would be nicer if you had a quilted double bed. You know, yeah, you're right. The only thing, ladies, that can dampen a panty quicker than living things like a wall of living kudzu, it's a nice duvet. Ladies love a nice duvet. Anybody remember what we were doing in Subnautica? Because I have no specific recollection of any events that happened prior to about 25 minutes ago. I think I may have a traumatic brain injury. Were we still, like, working on the saga of angry, Scottish, like, Scottish dad? The angry engineer dad, and then the rebel Texan lady who was going out and killing Reaper Leviathans with her bare hands? No, I remember what we were doing. You should go check out the lava zone. I was unaware that a lava zone even existed. Hashtag duvet life. Exactly, chat. You want to get the... First you get the duvet, then you get the power, then you get the women. Honestly, the last thing I can remember were all the lewd Star Wars puns. You mean like when we were talking about Gash Rendar? I remember him. He rent some gashes. Also, weren't we down... No, I picked up this orange tablet because we were supposed to go down to Jabba the Slut. Very good, Clock Tower. I like that one, yeah. Oh god, here it comes again. We can bring it back around. And my schlong's in. That's a pretty good one. So, orange tablet. We had an area that was secured by an orange keycard we couldn't get into, and I think our goal was to go get... It was like down by the skeleton corpse. Proposed Degrassi habitat.
Holy shit pickles, was that a sub?
Iskar, thanks very much for the subscription. Welcome to the stream. Let's get some stabbies in chat for Iskar. Another Twitch baby. Is that 9 months? Oh my goodness, it's 9 months in a row. Ishkar. You know what? All the other Twitch babies pale in comparison to you. I know they say a parent's not supposed to have favorites, but you're my favorite Twitch baby. So far. I mean, you'll be my favorite until we have another Twitch baby, at which point I'm throwing you away like a used condom and there'll be a new Twitch baby in town. We should go over to the orange tablet place, which was down by the Leviathan skeleton in the River of Slop. There was like the green river of pustulant ooze is where we were going. We should maybe consider building a base down there, too. All right, let's go find our Cyclops. I don't remember where I left it. It's probably around here somewhere. Oh, it's right here, actually, blotting out the sun with its hugeness. That's what the ladies say about Perfidious Pete's penis. My God, it blots out the sun with its huge... No one has ever said that. The only thing that blots out the sun is the magnitude of my shame. Alright, let's carve up a little bulbo tree here. Delicious. And back toward... like, it was over by the proposed Degrassi habitat. Was that not where we found the River of Sludge? I mean, sounding the horn is really the most important thing. Our Twitch baby is growing up to be a beautiful baby Apache attack helicopter. It has your eyes and explosive personality. Does it also have my explosive violent temper? That's good, too. The
Holy
magnitude
shit,
of my
Pickles,
gut does
was
a good
that
job of
sub?
blotting out the sub. Slexy Stukov, thanks very much for the subscription. Twitch Prime, give me that Jeff Bezos money. Slexy, you know the way to touch me. You make me feel good. Iskar, you make me feel good, but Slexy makes me feel like a natural woman. That Twitch Prime. Also, those Twitch Prime subs. Your Twitch Prime subscription does make Jeff Bezos cry. When you give me that Twitch money, Jeff Bezos weeps just a little bit. So let's go back over by the Degrassi habitat. We're just going to back the sub up. How are we doing on sub power? Yeah, 85%'s a little low. I think we'll be fine. The Degrassi habitat, as I recall, is not that far away. Hey, Oprah Fish, you want to... You're about to get run over. Throw down some stabbies if you'd like to see Pete go to the lava zone. Well, in order to go to the lava zone, chat, I'd actually have to know where it is, and I don't. You got sub power in chat. Very droll. Very droll. So let's get old keel camera rocking here so we can see where the hell we're going and what we're about to ram into. I have no objections to going to the lava zone, chat. You're just going to have to tell me how to get there. That's the thing. I don't know where it's at. For an exploration game, I'm a surprisingly bad explorer. If I was like a Ferdinand Magellan, I would have got to the Canary Islands and just stopped. I'd have been like, you know what? This is far enough, I think. The Atlantic Ocean is very large. And, let's just... This seems good. I mean, we've never seen these islands before. This is new. Let's just stay here and build a base. Denny Americas never get discovered. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of natives are never ruthlessly slaughtered in the name of colonial conquest. I feel like everybody wins, really. I wonder where the lava zone could be. Could it possibly be by all those active volcanoes? Nah, probably not. Volcanoes and lava are typically inimical. I mean, they don't normally go together. Usually you find lava in rivers, mostly. And then volcanoes are typically found in the presence of cool lakes of water. And burning sulfur also. Besides, I got this orange tablet in my inventory. I want to go back down into that River of Slop. The River of Slop is also where we found nickel, by the way. Which we haven't been looking for a good long while. There's a bunch of upgrades that we'd like to get, and all of them take nickel. Not to be confused with Nickelback. Nothing important ever requires Nickelback. Ever. Nothing. Did you find Nickelback there too? No, if we had found Nickelback there too, we'd have run screaming. Actually, I'm not going to fire shots at Nickelback. I'm one of the rare people who doesn't hate Nickelback. I just think they're kind of mediocre. I don't think they're great. I don't think they're bad. I mean, they're just sort of a band. I don't see what there is to hate. They're a late 90s band doing an okay job of ripping off sort of late 90s pop music. That they're perfectly cromulent. Everybody's in love with the Kings of Leon. I hate to break it to you, Chad, but the Kings of Leon and Nickelback, they're the same fucking band. It's just one of them never had a lead singer who was married to Avril Lavigne. That's the only difference. Sex on Fire is a great album, Pete. No, it's really not. It's just another band from the early 90s and mid-90s, I'd like to point out, because Kings of Leon have been a band for like 40 years. They're not even ripping off 90s music. They're just still playing it. They've been playing it so long it finally came back around. I don't hate Nickelback either. They're the McDonald's of rock. You know exactly what you're going to get, and it can be nice and comfortable. Exactly. That's a McDonald's of rock is possibly the most succinct and accurate description of Nickelback that I have ever heard. They are, in fact, the McDonald's of rock. I don't know, I might even give them a little bit of a nod above McDonald's. They might be like the Subway of rock. Kings of Leon were good before Sex on Fire. Yeah, but nobody had ever heard of them before Sex on Fire, Moscow. Like I said, they were a mediocre 90s rock band since, like, 1992. Trying to find my way back into the... Hey, it's a Swagtopus. Well, I mean, there is one rule. When we find a swagtopus, what must we do? First off, we sound the horn to let him know he's coming. Then we go and kill the swagtopus. Whoa, though. Hold on a second. That is not a swagtopus. That's a ghost leviathan? So I was going to get out and go ruin that swagtopus, but now that we see the Reaper Leviathan over there, and he also seems to be, like, maybe coming towards us, we should probably avoid him. He looks super pissed. Enough so that I'm actually going to go silent running here to avoid, like, taking him off. I want to make no noise. Sub's getting a little sideways here. We're going to stay ahead slow, and we're going to go silent running, because I don't want to upset him. Not to be confused with cool runnings, by the way. Silent running, cool runnings. Not those two things, not to be confused. I still think the screw camera is absolutely not useful. Wasn't one of the entrances to the slop zone near Life Pod 2? No. I'm pretty sure one was down here near the entrance to the proposed Degrassi habitat. Like, one of them is over this way. We just gotta figure out how to get down in there. We can also just take the Seamoth, which we did bring, by the way. So let's hop out of here. I'm going to turn silent running off because, man, it chews up the juice. We've still got plenty of room to go down here, right? Yeah, we're good. All right. We could probably duck in under this little lip of this cave and maybe just drive on in here. What's that sound, though? Is that just us running over fish? That's probably just us running over fish. The Degrassi habitat. What does a Canadian high school drama have to do with the depths of the ocean? I don't know. Maybe this version of Degrassi is set post-apocalypse after the polar ice caps have melted and flooded the world. Maybe that's what they have to do with each other. You ever think about that? Maybe it's an ecological thing. Maybe this is a taut teen high school drama with heart. It's got not only heart, but also a message, and the message is, don't let the polar ice caps melt, probably. Actually, the whole polar ice caps flooding the Earth thing is bullshit, because I don't know if many climate scientists have studied this fact or not, but ice is less dense than water and floats, and one of the earliest scientific principles, you know, sort of formulated by man is that, called the Archimedes principle, and that if you melted the entire polar ice cap, at least the northern one that's not anchored to anything, you would not increase sea level at all because it displaces the exact same volume of water that it contains. So that's how that works. The ancient peoples of Canada. You got to say it right and put an H on the end of that. I think it's Canada with a UH. Okay, Canadians in chat, because I know there's a couple of you. Here's the question. So, like, what part of Canada is actually the duh part? It's got to be Manitoba, right? Is that the duh? Is it Manitoba that puts the duh in Canada? I gotta know. Because it's got to be Manitoba, right? Oh, we're stuck on one of these glowing sphere balls. Hey, Warper. If only I had a torpedo, I would shoot it at you. Oh, there's gel sacks, though. I need that gel sack. I also want this warper to piss off. Thank you. That was actually, he didn't go very far, though. If you have the Seamoth, it's the best way to get the Orange Tablet Lab, but if you explore enough through the slop area, there actually is a really wide cave entrance that the Cyclops can go through, and which has a hole to the lava zone as well. I mean, we're doing okay. We're almost to the slop zone, and we got this Cyclops down in here. I am going to hop out and grab this gel sack really quickly, though. Also, since I'm a power baby, I think we're going to go check out the power scenario just to make sure. Each entrance to the slop zone proper is guarded by a baby ghost leviathan. One of these power cells has to be empty, though. This one's down to 6%. Right, so we're going to pop you out of there. Replace you with nothing. We do have some extra power cells down, I think, in... Didn't we put some downstairs in a locker? I think we got some, like, bonus power cells. Let's go. I want to top us off and make sure we're at peak power. One of our lockers down here, I remember we stuck a bunch of power cells in. I just don't remember which one. Is it this one? Yeah, we got a bunch of spare power cells. All right, so let's throw the empty in there. And that should put us back to basically 100%. In BC, we say Alberta puts the duh in Canada. Yeah, but what do they say about Alberta? Does Alberta say that about BC, or does Alberta get a punch down and pick on, like, Manitoba or Saskatchewan? Because I got to assume that it's Manitoba or Saskatchewan, or possibly, like, the Yukon. That's the low man on the totem pole. And they're like the Florida of Canada. Like, here in the States, we all pick on Florida. Because, I mean, let's face it, Florida deserves it, but... What's the Florida of Canada, I guess, is my question. Like, the dangling dong that just kind of embarrasses you and makes you wish they weren't really part of your country because they make the rest of you look bad. In the States, we have Florida. To a lesser extent, also, you know, like Alabama and Mississippi. But mostly it's Florida. Hey, you're getting a little friendly, Mr. Warper. Don't invade my oh, we were going to hop out and get that gel sack, which we have yet to do. Right. That was the whole purpose of stopping, was to get the gel sack. Let's go get it. And if that Warper comes back by, we'll give him a taste of our shiv. He's back. I'm trying to repair him to death because I don't know how my inventory works. Let's go back in the ship very quickly. Maybe instead of the repair tool, we should probably have, like, a stasis rifle, though. Yeah, let's swap that. Did I not bring my stasis rifle? No, there it is. It's the big thing that says stasis rifle. Actually, everybody just picks on Quebec. Okay, I mean, that's just sensible, though, right? Because Quebec also kind of seems like they deserve it. What with their constantly trying to leave the rest of Canada. They're trying to abandon the rest of you. They're like, nah, we're too good for you. We deserve to be our own country. Didn't Quebec hold a referendum recently to just be called Bob? Which I gotta say, if they were gonna become their own country and you had to pick a name for a brand new country, Bob's actually a really good name, man. You'll make friends with the Ghost Reaper? I don't think he wants to be friends, though. He seems like a loner. The Ghost Reaper's one of those guys who you'll see, I mean, you won't hear anything about him until you see that bit on the news where they're interviewing the guy's neighbors after he shoots up a McDonald's, and they're like, he was always very quiet, kept to himself mostly. Never heard a peep out of the baby Leviathan, and then one day, bam, snapped, took an AR-15, converted it to full auto mode, gunned down every living soul at the local Mickey D's. We're gonna get the Cyclops in this tunnel. Even if we have to hit every Jelly Ray, Ghost Ray in the universe on the way there, we're getting it in. Bob was actually just a creepy Microsoft product. Bob's your uncle. I, oddly enough, do have an uncle named Bob, actually, Chad. Funny you should mention that. I have an Uncle Bob. So, where's the giant skeleton? Shouldn't it be over in this neck of the woods somewhere? Didn't we leave a big skeleton over here? Last time I recall. Massive pile of bones of a Reaper somewhere around here. The screw camera is never useful. There's a big pile of bones. This seems like a pretty good spot to park, actually. We could grab the sea moth and go for something a little more maneuverable as we explore here. Then again, the Cyclops is probably the safest thing we can... We don't want to drive the Cyclops down into the goo, though, because the goo does damage us. Messed around with Into the Breach at all. I actually have played quite a bit of Into the Breach. That game is very fun. Although I will say I hate the team. I really don't like the fire team so much. Not a huge fan of lightning team either. Tried your chili recipe, Pete? It was pretty damn good. I know my chili, Chad. Perfidious Pete's brand 3-alarm chili isn't really 3 alarms at all, but, you know, it'll stick to your ribs. It's good for what ails you. If what ails you is hunger. Oh, sorry, Jelly Ray. Ah, man, that may have actually done some damage. You take damage? 94% power. No, we didn't take damage. All right, good. These Jelly Rays got to obey the rules of the road, man. Submarines always have the right of way. If you are not in a submarine, get your ass out of the way. Your chili's 2.5 tops. Dad, are you going to jail? Well, we'll see, Ned. We'll see. Okay, so here's the place where we needed the orange tablet. We have found it. I have to check out this Pete chili recipe and compare it to my own. I mean, my chili recipe is really just kind of no frills, good old-fashioned chili con carne. It's nothing special. It's just good, solid, stick-to-your-ribs quality food. It's a perfectly serviceable chili. Nothing fancy about it. It's kind of like me, Perfidious Pete, as a streamer. I'm a perfectly good, no-frills streamer. I bring nothing fancy to the table. I'm not great, but you know what? I'll rarely leave you disappointed. That's not true. Mostly I'll disappoint you. So we have our golden tablet. We got a stasis rifle. Here, just get rid of this gel sack because I don't want it in my inventory. You can be in here for now. Hey, Submarine Pete. What's up, you fiend? Welcome to the stream. So your chili has lots of salt in it. Just what it comes with. Just what it comes with. No added salt. So we have a tablet. Let's insert it. Ooh, you gonna insert your tablet, Pete? You know it. We have disabled force field control. Let me in, please. There are dangerous things out here. Ooh, artifacts. What can I steal? Come on. Can I scan this stuff? Yep, alien bone specimen case. I'm going fully Indiana Jones. There's got to be stuff in here I can steal. Alien flora specimen case. Yep. Steal those. Alien research equipment. Yep. Please tell me I can build this stuff and also take whatever this is. Oh, it's another cuttlefish egg. That's like our 3rd cuttlefish egg, I think. I don't really want to cuddle with these fish. Data terminal. Hell yeah, download the data. Fauna reproductive data. And a bunch of ionic cubes. Are these powering anything? Because if they're powering something, we'd like to leave them powering it. They don't appear to be powering anything at all. Like, does this door open? Are you a gateway or a portal? Nope. Okay, I guess we'll just steal the stuff then. Well, we got 3 free ionic cubes. Is there anything else worthwhile in here? What's down here? Just one of those big brain fish. Anything else to scan? Nope. We done scanned it all. Well, this was not really, doesn't feel like it was worth the use of my precious orange tablet, of which I only had 1. Steal everything that isn't nailed down. I mean, that's pretty much the paradigm that we go with. Leonard Church is in the stream. Is it the real Bernie Burns? I sincerely doubt it. Also, I think he was only the voice of Leonard Church. Ionic cubes, cuttlefish eggs. I don't want any of this junk cluttering up my inventory. Let's get rid of it. Into a random locker you go. That locker is full. This locker is not. Here, have some ionic cubes and a cuttlefish egg. Well, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I expected this tunnel to have a little bit better quality of swag in it. And I got to say, the swag quality, extraordinarily low. Looking for high dollar swag. And All right, let's see if we can find some more nickel. Yeah, this green slop really does a lot of damage, though, huh? Crystal and sulfur, you're new. Wow, the slop is just straight up kicking our ass in, though. That half killed us. I don't know, chat. Raw dog and the slop seems like a tragically bad idea. I don't want to raw dog the slop anymore. That really beat us up. Do we have a... We built a medical station on the... Yes, we did. Give me a med kit, please. And start making a new one. Because if swimming in the slop's going to do that much damage, we're going to need a lot of med kit. It's because you keep killing all the swagtopus peats, they are not accumulating swag. Is that how it works? Are the swagtopus, are they like a loot filter for us in PUBG? We got to let them go get all of the actual stuff and then we just kill them and take it? Become a highly developed ecological filter feeder? Oxidant and reducing agent. Alright, well, crystal and sulfur is new. Also, I want it out of my inventory. Let's go chuck it in a thing. Pretty much anywhere will do, really. Seems fine. Well, I guess we turn this sub around. We have two options. One, we can turn this sub right around and go back home, kids. Or we can go check out the other end of this river of slop. I am sort of the check out the other end of the slop river at the moment. It seems like the prudent thing to do. I mean, while we're down here. This thing is pretty resilient, so I don't really have any fear about us getting killed. Although I should be most upset if something did destroy our Cyclops. I'll be supremely salty. Be saltier than my chili. Really love these translucent rays. They are pretty cool looking, yeah. I really wish they'd stop running headlong into my vehicle, though, and forcing me to run them over. Also, sir, I don't know if you know, but I can see your internal organs. You might want to consider putting a shirt on. Just, you know, modesty's sake. If you can see your internal organs, your clothing may be a little too revealing. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not really one to judge, but if you can see your kidneys, your clothing may be a little too revealing. If I can see your liver, which is what I'm assuming is in the back part of this fish here, that looks like a liver to me. Those two things at the front, then? Actually, let's take a moment and try and figure out what this thing's internal organs are. What are those two things at the front? Also, something in there's got to be a heart. Probably. Maybe the jelly ray doesn't even have blood. It does live 900 meters down in an abyssal trench filled with toxic sludge. Maybe having a circulatory system is detrimental at this depth. Just get compressed and kill you. These fish are actually nudists, though. I guess maybe I shouldn't judge their lifestyle. Shouldn't judge a lifestyle of which I am ignorant. If these fish want to be nudists, then, you know what? More power to them. Let's let them go and live their fancy-free fish life. A gown so revealing that it shows your internal organs sounds like Lady Gaga's next red carpet dress for the Grammys. I think it's time for Lady Gaga to go next level with her meat suit thing. What she should do, rather than wearing a suit that's made out of meat, or internal organs, as Chad is suggesting, I think she's got to go the other way with it. I think she has to peel off her own skin and make a dress out of her own skin. And just be a flayed human being wearing a dress made out of her own skin. That's the only way she can top herself at this point.